Okay, if you just want to take a cross-legged position, thumb and first finger, and eye gaze to the tip of the nose, and just arrive at the class. Taking some breath. If you feel you can, just close your eyes and notice where you're breathing. You're breathing deep into your tummy, high into your chest. Just notice how you're breathing. And just trying now to deepen your breath by inhaling, making your tummy big like a balloon. And on the exhalation, pulling your navel to the spine. Inhaling, making your tummy big like a balloon. And exhaling towards the spine. This is the normal way of breathing that allows us to bring the breath deep down into the bottom of the ribcage. And before we start, we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. These are called purging breaths. So just giving it a go with that nice big belly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sighing out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sighing out through the mouth. And this time we're going to gather our energy, and as we inhale, bringing our shoulders up to our ears. Inhale. And exhale. Drop. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Drop. And you can flutter your eyes open. So we're truly moving into our theme of spring. And I really love this theme of spring because it's about growth and expansion. And anybody who's been with me here at my house has heard me say, let's just expand into this. Let's just expand into this. Let's grow into this. So I really loved it when I was like looking up what are the themes of spring. It was all about growth and expansion. So that was really great. Really great. And for those people who have been working with me, we've been doing the winter theme, and we've moved into the winter solstice. This is also linked to the liver meridian. So the liver meridian comes up the front of the body, around the side, and sort of ends here, but also can kind of restart and comes up the side of the face. So like all of those places around the eye and around the mouth. So we're not going to be touching around the eye and around the mouth today, but the postures you'll see will get into this area. We're doing a bottom-up class, so that'll be fun to try to raise our energy for the spring. So we're going to start with toe stretch. So if you want to come to a kneeling position, rolling forward, and bringing your toes down. You could also come up onto your feet and separate your toes. This is perfect for Jo and her toe spreaders. Bringing those pinky, feeling that those pinky toes are coming open. Now, for this stretch, I am going to give us 2 minutes. But if you are new to yin, 60 seconds may feel excruciating. So I always give the time to get into posture, which is usually 20 to 30 seconds. And then we're going to stay in posture for 2 minutes. I will let you know when it's 1 minute if you want to reverse out. So dropping down onto the knees, feeling into the toe. And you can have your weight completely on top of your toes, or if that's really super painful, you can come forward. If you're coming forward, just making sure that your your head is above your neck in your spinal alignment. Okay, and we're going to think about breathing for yin yoga. So the whole idea of yin is that it is partly restorative, very restorative, but not fully restorative. It's also getting a nice deep stretch. And we want to activate the parasympathetic nervous system when we're doing that. So we focus on inhaling and exhaling through the nose, but extending the exhalation. So just start breathing in and out. Hopefully you never stopped. Just notice how long you take on your inhalation. And if you're inhaling for 2, exhale for 4. Bring inhaling for 3. Exhale for 6. You're already beyond the minute. In fact, we now have 30 seconds to go. So really focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation. And what happens when we get to about 20 minutes into a yin yoga practice where we're breathing like this is we've increased the GABA neurotransmitter. And the GABA neurotransmitter, it decreases brain activity and increases the sense of a good mood. 5 seconds. And slowly move forward. Let's go to a tabletop position. And this is more just to get ready for the class. Inhale, scoop, look up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, scoop, look up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Bring the hands forward a little bit, rolling up onto the toes, and just in mountain pose, or you may be used to this as downward dog, just pedal your feet a couple of times. And before we move to ankle stretch, we're just going to do a squat. So you can roll yourself around and just feel your way into your squat. So with the squat, you may use the ball underneath your body if you want to. You can sit on a block, whatever you want, but it would be good to fill the gaps. If you've been practicing for a long time and want to practice without the block or the bolster or the ball, that's fine too. We're only going to stand squat for a minute. So finding your squat, so you should be feeling into your inner thighs. You can bring your elbows into your knees and holding your prayer position. If you can grow up tall through your spine and create an extension through your spine, that's even better. Eye gaze to the tip of the nose and starting to breathe. Really being aware of that circular breath and the extension through the exhalation. And you might be able to hear that I'm making a little bit of a sound on my exhalation. That's called ujjayi breath. And that exhalation and inhalation is just closing the glottis at the back of the throat, the back of the nasal passage and throat. And it just helps us to slow the exhalation. And just leaning forward, bring one leg out. We're just going to feel into our ninja. So feeling that line deep inside the leg. And that's more the kidney meridian than the liver meridian, but we're just going to go through this and going over to the other side, doing a little ninja on the other side, feeling that line into the inner thigh. Just because we're moving through these postures. And coming back down to the knees. This time we've got the feet flat, moving into ankle stretch. So you can see we started at toe, we're moving to ankle. And we're going to hold ankle for 2 minutes, 20 seconds to get into posture, holding ankle. So find a position that you can maintain for 2 minutes. If this is too uncomfortable, use the bolster underneath. If your knees are hurting, put the bolster under your knees or double the mat. Finding your edge, your 6 out of 10, and return to your breath. So when you find your edge, you're really looking to stay perfectly still. The gurus say you use your nose for breathing, your mouth for eating. If you're needing to inhale or exhale out of your mouth, there could be a problem with your nasal passages. And it creates strain on the body. We're not filtering the air, filtering the oxygen as much as we need to. So just notice what you do. No judgment. And starting at the tip of your head, start just focusing inwards and noticing you need to release any tension in the scalp, the forehead, the skin surrounding the eyes, the cheeks. Let your ears drop a little closer to the floor. Noticing, especially if you're holding any tension in the jaw, you can place your tongue behind your teeth on that squishy pad behind your teeth. Following the relaxation down your throat, releasing any tension in your shoulders and arms. Following relaxation down your shoulders. And you can come forward into child's pose. Just a short moment in child's pose. And I'm going to give you the opportunity for a bounce back. So in yin yoga, we do a bounce back, which is that space in between, so coming down to your tummy, that space in between where you can consolidate everything that you've learned. Receive the benefit of the postures you've done so far. Noticing the increased blood flow to the toes and the ankles. Notice the points of contact between your body and the floor. And allow your body to melt and merge with the ground below you. Bringing the hands beside your ears. Putting the pressure into your hands. You can slowly come up and take a moment again in child's pose. Just stretching through your back and stretching through your shoulders. And coming back up to your knees, we're going to do tadpole and frog. And I have put us down for 5 minutes for this. So, my suggestion is, if you get into tadpole and you're comfortable enough there, maybe just stay in tadpole. If you want to try frog, you might need a bit more space on that side. You might need to move across a little bit because the legs are going to come out. You can also go across your mat like this if you prefer. Okay? So I'm going to start the timer because I can talk while the timer's going. So from this position, we're keeping our toes together and letting the knees stretch out. And find your edge. Find where you feel like, okay, this is strong enough. And we can start to come forward. Now, ideally, our body is going to come down to the ground, and I don't have a bolster to show you. Can you throw me a bolster, please, Gabe? The bolster, the gray one? If this is your first time, allow yourself to drop down onto your bolster. And if you need any further support on your head, use a block. And find your own edge. Gabe, you need 2 bolsters. Perfect. You can have that bolster all the way down, right into the groin area to totally support you. And return to your breath. And we've already done a minute. Returning to your breath and remembering that relaxation that we did. We got to our necks and our shoulders were relaxing. So now visualizing the relaxation rolling down the back. The muscles on either side of the spine are relaxing. You can have your head straight ahead, or you can put it to the side. If you want to, you can have that under your forehead. Is that better? And we're moving towards our third minute. And in our third minute, if you want to join me in frog's pose, all we're doing is releasing those toes out and having the ankle in line with the knee. On both sides, ankle in line with the knee, maintaining the bolsters in between your body. You can let your knees slide to the side, whatever you feel comfortable with today. So in yin yoga, we do the long holds. We're focusing on the bags of muscles, the bag of tissue that surrounds the muscles, the myofascia. And so this structure is a lot stronger than our regular muscle tissue. And we use the analogy of a credit card, like a plastic card. If you were to take a plastic card and bend it quickly, it would snap. What we're doing is we're taking that plastic card and we're slowly bending it, we're holding it for a long time, and we are gently coaxing it into a different shape. This is what we're doing with the myofascia and working into the joints and ligaments with our long holds. We have less than 2 minutes to go. Checking in with your breath. Are you inhaling for half the time of your exhalation? Notice now the quality of your thoughts. Are you able to be an observer of your thoughts? You may be like me, going, oh my goodness, this really hurts. And if those are your thoughts, that's okay. Instead of bringing your awareness, say, to the inner thighs that may be stretching and burning here, try to listen for a distant sound. Try to focus on just your breath. And you're doing really well because we have less than a minute to go. If you're able to just relax into your bolsters and blocks, even better. "40 seconds. Noticing the quality of your thoughts. Can you sit in the corner of your mind and be an observer of your thoughts? 20 seconds. Allowing your knees to slide a little deeper. That's available to you. 5. And you can reverse out of the posture, but for today I'm just suggesting you allow yourself to come forward, remove your bolsters or your blocks, and let's have a tummy pose. Bounce back. That's a really strong pose and a long pose for people who are new to you. So you did really well to hold this posture. Just noticing the flow of energy now in your thighs. This moment of bounce back is a moment of compassion for yourself. And if you can use it as a metaphor in your life when you have periods of high intensity and high energy, is to balance them out with moments of calm. Noticing the pressure of your tummy and your chest on the ground as you breathe. And bringing your head to the center, hands at your ears, slowly rolling up and coming to a seated position. We're moving to shoelace. A couple of ways of getting into shoelace. Maybe placing one leg as if you were going to cross your legs and bring the other leg up and over. So we're stacking our knees. We're wanting our feet to be as much in line as possible. But sometimes it's not possible to stay in line. Sometimes the one foot comes behind more than the other. And you'll feel a real stretch deep into the outside of your thigh. If you can't get down, you can sit on the block or bolster. And we're going to hold for 2 minutes. So feeling that stretch into the outer thigh. If you're not feeling the stretch into the outer thigh, make sure that you wiggle, move, reset until you've got that posture. And you want your navel to be in line with your knee. Eye gaze to the tip of the nose until you can flutter your eyes closed. Nice and tall to the spine. Better if the foot is up in line, as much in line as you can go to get that really deep stretch. So like these are 2 shoelaces and we're pulling them out. So the liver meridian is a yin line. They always have a yang, a more active line, and the gallbladder meridian is actually the meridian that we're working more here when we're doing shoelace. It's the counterpart to the liver meridian. We're halfway there. If you feel like you want to start tipping forward, you can tip forward. Remembering to stay perfectly still. The only 2 times in yin yoga that we make movements is either to deepen into the posture when our body releases and we feel we can go deeper, or to reverse out of the posture if we have any tingling sensations or any numbness. Relax the shoulders, having an awareness of the muscles that are in the same length as the spine. And slowly reversing out of the posture. And give your legs a stretch out in front. And as a counter pose, we'll do windshield wipers. So knee to the ground, knee to the ground. Maybe a little shake again. And then we're doing the same thing on the other side. So crossing the leg under, as if you were doing a regular crossed leg, and lifting up and over so that the knees are stacked, until you've got that nice stretch into your outer thigh. So the legs as equal as you can possibly get them. Bringing the navel as close as you can to being in line with your knee. With your knee. And if you're ever finding that there's pressure on your ankles or pressure on your body anywhere, just put something underneath it. Roll your mat, put a pillow underneath. Another way you can stack is to just come up onto your legs like this. Bring your knees into the stack like this, cross leg, and then drop down. And if you can't drop all the way down, like you're hanging like this, put a bolster underneath you. It's fine too. And once you've found your edge, lean forward, stack your legs, and then drop yourself down. And if that foot doesn't get, that's fine. That's where your body wants to go. Or if you want to stay up, if you want to go back up again, re-stack. Put that leg out a bit. Yeah. Are you feeling a stretch in the thigh? Yeah. That's probably where you need. And if you've got your navel in alignment with your knee and you want to start tipping forward, you can tip forward, just making sure that your neck is supported. And there's only 20 seconds to go. And the reason we close our eyes is that we can't maintain a beta brainwave state with the open eyes. So it helps us to drop and slow the firing of the neurons in our brain. And release. Give your legs a little shake. And you can single windshield wipe if you want, or you can double windshield wipe. This is kind of fun too. This one here. Ever feels best for you. So, lots going on in the legs. Still more going on in the legs. We're going to move to deer, which is the front of the thighs. I'm going to aim for 30 seconds to get into posture and 3 minutes in posture. So bringing the right leg so that it's in line with the front of the mat. The other knee can be in line with the foot, and it can come back so that your hip and thigh are in alignment. The ankle and knee are in the same line. Now, growing up tall, let's face towards the length of the leg. And as you feel ready, and this really does happen in increments in this posture, you can come down onto your elbows. So we're going to have a twist as well. Again, you can use your bolsters to lean on. I'm not demonstrating with the bolsters because we don't have enough in the house, but you can use your bolsters here as you're twisting around to fill the gaps between your body and the floor. I'm going to hold in twisted position for about 1 minute. I'm going to offer a different option for deer. So make contact with your breath. You can either stay in this posture, you can try the other option. So bringing your hands up and then slowly allowing yourself to lean backwards. If you want to lean backwards, you'll feel it more into the front of the thigh. And again, you can lean against a ball, a piece of furniture, a block. And as you get to doing the postures, you get to know the ones you like, the ones you don't like, the ones that are hard for you. And we have about a minute to go. trying to have a nice soft breath. And considering our theme of spring, shedding the old and unwanted, our spring cleaning, and making conscious new beginnings. "30 seconds to go." Relax your shoulders. Relax your forehead, the skin surrounding your eyes, your jaw. Making sure you're not squeezing through the glutes. 10 seconds. Move your legs forward, giving them a little shake. And we're going to move straight to the other side. Bringing the other leg in line with the front of the mat. You guys okay? So we'll do 1 minute, 3 minutes, but choose which way you want to stay. So I always start with my knee directly in line, and then I allow my leg to open up. So it's almost like your back leg is in line with the back of the mat, and the front of the leg is in line with the front of the mat. Making sure you're not squeezing through your glutes and your thighs when, as you grow up tall, you slowly start to twist over and dropping down to the floor. Now, some people can get straight to the floor right away. Some people are like me, where one arm goes down first, then the other. Just feeling into the twist. Making sure you're not squeezing through the glutes. So this nice twist that we get squeezes through the kidneys, which of course is another line, the line that we were working with. We were working through water. The element of spring is wood. The element? I guess it is. Just take a moment to go back to your thoughts. Notice any thoughts arising and the emotions arising. If you find that you have a sudden onset of an emotion, just note the posture that you're in. And remember that emotions and thoughts are just messages. Up to you to interpret. None of them are necessarily true. They're real for you, but they may not be factual. And better yet, just let them walk on by like clouds in the sky. Inhale coming up if you want to come up, and practice the drop back. So feeling into the front of the thigh and the hip. Or just staying where you are. Have a little bit longer in the twist today. At the side end. Relax your forehead, the skin surrounding your eyes, your scalp. We have about 40 seconds to go. "30. What is the quality of your breath? The texture of your breath? Is it ragged and jagged, or is it smooth? Just notice. And I invite you to go down on your back. For a moment of Savasana on your back. Noticing the points of contact between your body and the floor. And really notice how are your feet, your toes, your ankle, your thighs, and your hips feeling. Can you notice the increase of blood flow here now? Being aware of the rise and fall of your tummy as you breathe. Receive the benefits of the practice so far. Rolling over onto the side, allow yourself to bring your knees up and just rest your head on your extended arm like a pillow. Let's just take a moment here as well. Putting weight into the hand that's in front of your body. Just allow yourself to come up first to a sitting position and then to our tabletop. We're moving into Swan. For Swan, you might want a bolster. Gabe, do you mind passing me a bolster so I can demonstrate? Bolster. So from your tabletop position, we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist and just walk the toes as far as they want to go. Now they can come straight up so that they're at a direct angle out from your knee if that's what your body does. But don't grab your foot and move it. Just let it walk where it wants to go. The hip onto the heel, allowing the heel to come back. First place you might want to fill the gap is under your hip. So you might want to fill the gap here if you've got a big gap there. We're going to hold this pose for 3 minutes. It's called Swan. 30 seconds to get into posture and 3 minutes in posture. From here, we can slowly come forward. We're moving into sleeping swan. So feel those micro movements into the hip, where your hip is resting now. And as you come forward, you can use the bolster to support your body, so filling the gaps. And if your head is still hanging, you can also use a bolster, or you can use your hands to support your head. What we're really aiming for is to feel that hip dropping closer and closer to the ground. And we're holding for 3 minutes. So the symbolism of wood is new beginnings. If the liver meridian is out of whack, we feel anger and frustration. And within these themes of wood and spring, renewal and growth, we're looking to find ways to assert and express ourselves authentically while still accepting the views and preferences of other people. So just considering those themes. The liver itself performs a multitude of actions to cleanse and detoxify our bodies. Pump 2.5 pints of blood a minute. Cleans and clarifies. We have a minute to go. So see if your body wants to drop deeper into pose as you exhale, feeling that hip melting, maybe a millimeter closer to the ground. And remembering if there's any tingling sensations to reverse out of the posture. We've got 30 seconds to go. Seconds. If your head is lower than your neck, you could be putting pressure on your neck. So I'm going to come and look at your posture the next side round, making sure we're not dropping the head too low. And slowly, if you want to, you can remove your block or whatever under your hip. You just roll down onto your hip and come forward. Woo. Allowing that. So you've had that nice squeeze. You like squeeze the blood out of it, and then you release and back off. Nice, relaxing position. So you notice the difference between the right leg and the left, the right ankle and the left. Maybe do some windshield wipers. You're doing great. I normally don't have beginners do those long arm holds, so you're doing really well. But you're young, so you're doing good. Okay, coming back to our tabletop position for the other side. This time bringing the left knee to the left ankle, left wrist. Walking your foot up as high as it wants to go, dropping the leg back. Now I always remember to tell people to watch their knees because my knee on this side goes, oh, I'm not happy here. So make sure your hips and knees are happy with the angle that you've chosen for it. There's no need to have that teeth gritting pain. You can try standing up straight this time. Just feel that extension through the spine before you allow yourself to drop forward. I'm going to come and look at you. When you drop forward, your neck should be higher, your head should be higher than your neck. So wherever you are, make sure that you are using your blocks, your bolsters, whatever you need. Can you come up with that? Just go underneath you there like that. And that comes up. Does that feel okay? You can figure that around so it's going to okay. Now see how your neck is in line with your head? Mm-hmm. You're not then putting any pressure on your neck. See? Feeling your hip here, your leg is too far out. So you want your leg to come in the other way. Okay, and does that feel okay? Is that good? Lower. Can you come right up again? We can get your. Okay, so I want you. It's a funny one, right? So put your legs straight out here, and over here a little bit, straight up. That's it. And I want you to stay there. Okay, here. There you go. Is that okay? Yeah. That's better, much straighter. Yeah, much better. So it takes a bit of time sometimes to get that proprioception of the leg being straight out from the hip. So if you feel it, especially if there's been injuries, you can always look over your shoulder and have a look. Eventually, you'll get that proprioception and that awareness of the leg coming out straight behind your body. And we have 50 seconds to go. Ideally, any spaces between your body and the floor will be filled with pillows or bolsters. It kind of feels nicer that way. Many seconds. And you can drop yourself on the floor or reverse out of the posture and give your legs a little shake. Okay, so we've done some nice challenging postures from toes to hip, and we're going to come down to the ground for bridge, assisted bridge. So we're bringing our feet close to our bums, and you can use your block in any level you wanted to. You can have it on the flat, level 1, just holding you there. On the side, level 2, or on the upright, level 3, whatever you feel you want to do today. And we're going to do a nice long hold here of 4 minutes. This should be quite a restful posture as well. So make sure that whatever version of posture that you're going for is more of a 6 out of 10, definitely not above. You might want to put some pressure on your head and feel your scapula down your spine so that you've got that nice openness in your shoulders. You can stay here with your hands palm upward, or if you feel you want that additional stretch of the arms over your head, you'll get that nice stretch, just a gentle stretch into the psoas and into the side body. And return to your breath. Have you started to become aware of the places that you start to scrunch up or create tension when the going gets tough, when the posture is a bit more challenging? Just notice where that spot is for you. Making sure you're not squeezing through your legs or your glutes and really dropping your weight down into that assisted block. And bringing your awareness now to your tailbone. As you inhale, I want you to visualize your breath coming up the back of your spine. And at the top of the breath, visualizing the breath at the top of your head. And as you exhale, visualize the breath coming down the front of the body like a waterfall. Inhaling the breath up the spine. Exhaling the breath down the front of the body. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. This circular breath is called the microcosmic orbit. And as you inhale, we're visualizing prana, piggybacking your breath, energy, piggybacking your breath, and energizing your spine. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you no longer need. If you feel that you want to shift your block because your body has opened, I invite you to do that. And if you feel that the level of block is too strong and you want to shift it down, I invite you to do that too. Noticing the opening at the front of the body across the hips. Notice your breath like waves rolling in, waves roaring out. We have 20 seconds to go. So putting pressure into the feet, lifting up, and slowly releasing the block and coming down vertebra by vertebra, lifting the hips up so that you can feel each vertebra hitting the spine, hitting the floor, and feet out, palms of the hands turned upward. Taking a moment in Savasana, so letting your legs come out in front of you, eyes closed, feeling the benefits of the posture. And while you're in this posture, I invite you to take some tennis balls and place them under your hips. If you have tennis balls, otherwise just take the moment to rest. If you have the tennis balls, just play around away from your spine about an inch into the hip area. And you can put pressure on it. You can roll a bit. And then just, once you find a nice spot, just relax into your balls. Taking a couple more breaths here. The balls hopefully on either side of the hips. And I invite you now to try them at the shoulder blades. So bring them up to the top of your, up and over your head, and press them down in on either side of your shoulder blade. And I'm just giving you an experience of the ball. You can place it up, just down at the shoulder blade. And it's nicer when it's two. I don't have two for me. But just placing it there, finding a spot there. And you can place it anywhere on the length of your spine. We're just trying those 2 points, the hips and at the shoulders. Just feel what that feels like there. And the reason I'm putting them at the shoulders is we're going to move to Matsyasana, the fish. So taking a couple more breaths, just feeling what it feels like to have the balls there, the myofascial relief. And fish is our penultimate posture today. So you can either choose to stay with your balls at your feet, at your shoulders there, or if you want to come into Matsyasana with a block, you can place the block under your shoulder blades. And as I always end up demonstrating, chin to chest and opening through the chest, but many people can bring their head all the way down to the floor. That's not me. So if you can't bring your head down to the ground, like some people can, you can just stay up like you chin to your chest to protect your neck. Because I was talking and not thinking, I'm going to put it on for 90 seconds. So 30 seconds till you'll hear the bell, and then it will be 90 seconds, so 2 minutes total. So just remembering the class so far, we did our toe stretch and our ankle stretch. We stretch all along the inner thighs with our squats. We did a walk around the hips. We opened up the hips with our bridge, and now we're opening up our chest. 90 seconds to go. So for those of us who naturally roll forward, this is a great counter pose. I should be doing this pose every single day. The other posture you can do, the other thing you can do to help open your chest, if you're like me, is to just let your body hang off the side of your bed. So your body is there, like up to where your block would be, and then you're letting your body hang down from the bed, opening through the chest. Yes, and by all means using bolsters and blocks if your head is going closer to the ground, not quite making it perfect. 40 seconds to go. And just noticing the expansion of the rib cage, the space between the ribs. 20 seconds. 10. And you can reverse out of the posture, but gaze stay where you are. Feel good? Feeling okay? Yeah. Inhale. How's that feel? Is that welcome? Okay, and we're going to move to our last posture for the class today, which is a nice reclining twist. If you want to do twisted roots, you can, but if you want to just do a nice simple twist, we're going to do 3 minutes on either side. We're going to do 2 minutes on either side because we don't have a lot of time here. So twisted roots, if you want to do twisted roots, you bring one leg over the other, clasping at the ankles, and then dropping your knees to the side. If you don't want to do twisted roots, you want something a little bit simpler, just bring your knees together, come to the side, and then allow your body to open up into a nice twist. So really just connecting the upper body and the lower body. The top, if you're doing twisted roots, the top leg, the leg that goes around on the top is the opposite when you drop it down. So whatever leg is on the top, you're moving to the opposite angle. Yeah, that's right. So you'll get a better stretch that way. You'll feel that through the legs a lot more if you're doing twisted roots. And if you feel that you're very open through the top of your body, you can turn your head in the opposite direction of where your knees are going down. Return to your breath. Waves rolling in. Waves rolling out. And allowing the tide to take away anything you no longer need. We're in the season of spring, the season of detoxification, the season of letting go, making room for growth and expansion. Making sure you're not squeezing through the legs. Relax the legs. Surrender to gravity. Ten seconds to go. Releasing your legs up. Send your legs for a split second or two. Maybe hug your knees and give yourself a little roll before you do the other side. And the last thing in this class today, you're doing twisted roots. Up and over the leg, dropping that top leg so that you feel that nice stretch. Once you've got into posture, if you feel you can turn your head in the opposite direction, you can. Whatever feels right for you. I'm holding for 2 minutes from here. Considering the connection of the lower body to the upper body, to the twisted torso. And in anticipation of our meditation, I invite you to open the soles of your feet and allow the roots to grow down deep into the earth. Visualizing roots growing down deep into the earth, to the center of the earth, where there's a pink pool of energy. And connecting your roots to that energy, allowing yourself to draw up anything you need. You may need patience or spaciousness. You may need focus or love. Drawing up through the soles of your feet and into your body anything you need. We have 40 seconds to go. Feeling that grounded, solid connection to the earth. If that connection feels solid, you can visualize a foot or two above your head and opening the crown of your head. Allow the energy from the universe to come down into your head. And down and mixing to the grounded energy that you've just drawn up. Releasing your legs, hugging your knees. We're going to set up in a Savasana position to receive the benefits of the practice. Palms of the hands turned upward. If you're cool, you may want to put a blanket on. And once you're in your Savasana position, trying to stay perfectly still. So this portion of the class will probably take 10 minutes to 15 minutes. There's nothing you need to do. Your clever body will do everything you need it to do. Feel your body from head to toe and toe to head. Noticing the points of contact between your body and the floor. Feel your body floating down, down, deeper down. Like a snowflake falling from the sky. You are connected above and you are connected below. I invite you to bring to mind your sankalpa, your one true wish. And we're going to start Yoga Nidra, circulation of consciousness. I will name parts of your body, trying to visualize each part of your body with as many of your senses as you can, following my voice from point to point, and remembering I do not sleep. I do not sleep during the process of Yoga Nidra. Bringing your awareness now to your right hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, 4 fingers and thumb, palm of the hand, top of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side, waist, hip, thigh, hamstring, knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right hand side, right hand side. The right hand side is so relaxed. Bringing your awareness to your left hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, 4 fingers and thumb, palm of the hand, top of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side, waist, hip, thigh, hamstring, knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left hand side, left hand side. The left hand side is so relaxed. Reminding yourself, I do not sleep. I do not sleep during Yoga Nidra, bringing your awareness to your right lower back, left lower back, right back waist, left back waist, right scapula, left scapula, back of the head, the whole spine, the whole spine, the whole spine on the mat. Bringing your awareness to the top of the head, right temple, left temple, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, center of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, crease of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, teeth, tongue, upper palate, lower palate, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, center of the chest, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right abdomen, left abdomen, navel, the front of the body, the front of the body, the front of the body is so relaxed. You're now in a deeper state of mind, deeper than before. And you can use your mind in a completely different way. Bringing your awareness to the Chittakash, the movie screen in front of your eyes, your closed eyes. Visualize here a sailboat and its sail, the pond and the lotus flower, the rose and its thorn, black panther, white horse, the sun setting behind the ocean, a calm ocean, waves lapping against the cool sand, a log and its fire. Visualizing yourself walking through a forest. Become aware of the smells and the sights in the forest. You feel safe and secure and guided as you walk through the forest. You become aware that this is a very special journey. The sun is setting and the moon starts to rise. The moonlight illuminating your path. And not far away there's an open space. You feel guided to this space. And you notice in the clearing, not too far away, the warm glow of a fire. The fire is burning brightly through a circle of stones, and you feel drawn towards the fire.
It's gentle.
You walk around the circle of stones that surround the fire, and you're mesmerized by its golden flames. You're hypnotized by this magical golden flame. And as you focus on the flame, you begin to reflect about yourself. And an image of yourself becomes clear in the flame. The flames bring light to any negative imprints in your aura. Surrender any heaviness to the flame, allowing the flame to cleanse and clear your body and your aura. And you feel so relaxed. And if it feels authentic for you, repeat the affirmations that I say now. I am loved. I am loving. I love and accept myself unconditionally. I feel calm and relaxed. And considering giving up those parts of yourself that you no longer need to burn gently in the flame, to be purified in the flame. Allow your focus to come back to your body. In a minute, I will snap my fingers. Keep your eyes closed. Before you do, connect with one beautiful, blissful part of this relaxation. And focus on it for 20 seconds or more. And know that you can return to this feeling anytime during the week just by closing your eyes and taking a breath. Allowing the roots of your tree to come back to the soles of your feet, closing your feet, allowing the connection, the top of your head to close, feel contained in your energy. Come back to your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, maybe turning your head left and right, and hugging your knees. I'll close the class now by chanting Om and 3 Shantis. Please join me if you want to. Inhaling into your tummy. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And rubbing your hands together. Place them over the eyes and massage the eyes awake. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Sheila. Enjoy your time together.
Well, thank you. My pleasure. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I love that yoga. It's just the walk. I need walk. It's just, I can't believe the difference it makes. Like, and
there's so many things that I just like don't lean into. It's like I just am so like far away from doing that close properly.
But
you get diminishing returns. Like there, and like you can literally feel like, and working from the bottom up, you can like feel your blood just like literally.
yeah, just kind of go.
Like that was so cool, and never felt something like that. Other than like, you know, you do like a sprint race, and you're like, okay, yeah, well my legs are awake, but they're also exhausted.